mucho grandes, muy grandes.
Hello, mijo? Are you there? What are you doing? Are you being good? Javier? Are you there? Javier.
No quiero ir al infierno. No, estaba viendo una mujer que tenía unos melones así grandes. Eso es todo, pero...
What is up, my Remelia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Sorry for the delay. I'm messing with my screen and my hair's on fire, it looks like. But whatever, I just came in. I just got off of work not too long ago. I was downloading some clips so I can show you guys. The big story, Cooper Kupp is going to see a specialist in Minnesota for his hamstring, which it's not the end of the world. I mean, Travis Kelce is hurt with the Chiefs, but we can really not spare any injuries to our guy Cooper Kupp. That's kind of just the way it goes. But you know what? It is what it is. You know, after last year, I'd rather be on err on the side of caution than, you know, just let him rest on his own. He went to get a specialist because he doesn't want this to be an ongoing problem. If you remember years and years ago, Isaac Bruce had a problem with his hamstrings, and Dick Vermeil complained, and, you know, I need you on the field, you know, and then he finally got over that. And so Cooper Kupp, we're expecting the same thing. As long as he's going to be there for game 2, I believe that we can still win in Seattle. It's going to be a tough game being on the road, but the guys that matter when it comes to the big moments, Kupp, Stafford, Higbee, forget Kupp for a second. Stafford, Higbee, Jefferson, Donald, Ernest Jones, our guy Cam Akers. You know, I'm waiting to see what's going to go on with that. I'm looking for big things in this game. It's going to be an exciting game. The offensive line with the Mauler, Steve Avila, chomping at the bit to pancake some people. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. We owe Seattle something last year. The referees took away that victory from us. We were trying to send Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions into the playoffs, and then we got a BS running into the kicker call, if you remember. You know, we should have had that win. You know, we should have had 2 more wins. We should have had the win. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I'm just letting you know. You guys remember very distinctly that overtime game against Seattle. Running into the kicker, they pushed a guy in the back. He ran into the kicker. Should have been a non-call. We would have won the game against Tampa Bay. Tom Brady was already complaining, throwing fits on the bench. We gave him back the ball, and he beat us. You can't do that. And but there's 2 games we should have had right there in an injury-plagued seasons with Baker Mayfield getting off the plane and Coach McVay being a quarterback whisperer, and he actually got him paid because he got a big contract from being down in the dumps with a few handful of games with McVay. That shows you the power of McVay. And so, but yeah, so that's the news. And then also too, again, I was at work today. Unfortunately, we have another injury on our defensive ranks in the secondary, which it's okay because we are pretty deep in our secondary. Sean Jolly got an injury. He's waived. We're expecting for him to clear waivers, and then we can put him back on the practice squad. And let me get that information real quick here. I just had it. But yeah, the big story is Cooper Kupp, as you guys already know. You guys seen it all over. He's getting a specialist, and that's good because, you know, in Minnesota to further, you know, another set of eyes, another expert, just so it doesn't be an ongoing problem. And that's also his injured leg where he hurt himself with his ankle and stuff like that, his knee earlier in his career. So you can never be too careful with this situation. And where the heck is my guy Sean Jolly? Hold on. There we go. So Sean Jolly has the injury designation. He's going to be waived, defensive back, and so if he clears waivers, Let's see. If he clears waivers, he can revert to the Rams injured reserve list. The team can then decide whether to keep him on the IR or waive him with an injury settlement. So hopefully we can get him back because he's a pretty decent player, a lot of upside. He doesn't cost a lot. We'll see what happens. This move opens up a roster spot the Rams can use, allowing to sign someone like Keir Thomas from the practice squad to the active roster, as Rams Wire says. So let's get right into it, my guys. Thank you for coming in. My guy Willie Bone was here earlier. Rudy, hi, Rudy. Shout out to LA Rams legend Carl Eckern, Greg Meisner, and Gary Jeter, baby. Yes, indeed. Kirk Collins. Yes, indeed. All Rams legends. There's my guy Tribe earlier. Hey, Rudy, my man. What's up, my brother? Appreciate you coming in. Sorry I was here late. I got off work and I was setting up my videos in my green screen. Let's see. Daniel Calderon says, Kupp retire after this season? Question mark. Injuries keep happening. No, he's not going to retire. It's been a tough year and a few months for Cooper Kupp. He was ready to come back. Hopefully we'll get him season 2 and then we don't have to worry about that. But it's tough, man, when you have your guys injured. Luckily he wasn't injured in the championship season. But yeah, I mean, he missed the Super Bowl. Man, what could have been a 2018 Super Bowl? But no, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Just keep a positive outlook. We have a very deep wide receiver core. You can't replace the Cooper Kupp, of course, but Puka Nacua, Bobby Trees II Jr., and Ben Skoranek and Tutu Atwell chomping at the bit. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. MK Sports says, Rudy, have you heard on the Lakers side just now Christian Wood is now a Laker? Didn't hear that, man. Wow, that's awesome. MK Sports says, also, sports gods, please spare Cooper Kupp from these injuries. Yes, indeed. Exactly right. G-Tron says, yo, welcome all Ram fans and NFL fans to the stream. Late night Ochata and Tequila with your host, Rudy, of the Remaining Sports Report worldwide. Hope you're having a good night. Let's get to it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My guy G-Tron says, Orale, what's happening, Vato? Sorry, hold on. Bonanista LA reference. Orale, Vato, what's happening? What's new with you, Rudy, Ramila, Ramsteros, and Vatos Locos forever? Let's go, LA, Puro Ramsteros, a la verga. Who's casa? The Rams casa. It's my guy, Gil. What's up, Rudy? No Bosa Super Bowl. Yeah, we've been going back and forth with the Twitter wars, aka X Twitter wars, whatever you want to call it, Twitter now. And we've been going back. Bosa. You know that GIF. Bueller. Bosa. Anyone? God bless the crew from Santa Clara. 29 years of material they gave me. We go back and forth. It's all in good fun, though. It's just teams, but they can't afford to pay Bosa. They said that they budgeted for him. They still are. He's unsigned, right? Then when they do sign him, he's going to be the richest deal, and he deserves it. If it's not what you get paid, it's what you deserve. And no, it's not what you deserve. It's what you get paid. Sorry. And if the money's there, take it. And once they pay him, guess who's saying bye-bye? Ayuk. They're going to be missing guys next year. This is why we're rising at the right time. We're retooling. We have veteran guys that know what they're doing. They won Super Bowls already. Getting our young guys, drafted gems and Kobe Durant. Steve Avila hopefully will show up. He looks like he's the real deal. Stetson Bennett waiting in the wings. Let's see. Our guy, Byron Young. Hopefully Kobe Turner will do something. Kyrene Williams. And then we have more picks next year, number 1. So the Rams will start rising as the team from San Francisco, Santa Clara, starts coming back to the pack. Trent Williams, how much tread does he have in those tires? They're still suspect on the right side of the offensive line. They don't have a lot of depth on the defensive line. They got rid of Ebicom. Ward's not there also in the secondary. Al-Shair's not there. They're very, very beatable as you get later in the season. They'll have their share of injuries. Brock Purdy, the miracle that is Brock Purdy, 7th round pick. The Kurt Warner story, except he got hurt and couldn't finish it. He's on a pitch count. Hopefully he'll be healthy. I don't wish injuries on nobody. And I don't like that if you don't do it, it's because of an injury. But we've had our own share. So we'll see what happens. But the NFC's wide open. And as the teams are falling back to the pack, the Rams and Seahawks, I predict, are going to be the 2 teams in the next 2 years fighting for the NFC West and the Super Bowl. But then they have Geno Smith. We have Matthew Stafford. We'll see what happens. Plus, McVay has, like the Niners have our number in the regular season recently. We've always had, even from the Jeff Fisher day, Pete Carroll's number normally. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Tui Romo, not Rams related, but your thoughts on Urias. Go Rams and go Dodgers and Rams. I love Urias. Beautiful wife. I've never seen his wife before. She threw out the last ball. The first pitch, amazing. I didn't hear anything. Tell me if there's any injuries with Urias. I hope not, but I love that's my dude. Jock 42, Big Rudy, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming yesterday, Monday Nitro Remelia Rams talk. But we were doing something family wise and it ran late. Sorry about that. And then today I worked. I was like, I'm not gonna have a lot of time, but let's see what we could do. So thank you guys. As we get closer as the season starts, we'll be in there. We'll have phone calls, everything. Can't wait. Alex G, what's up, Rudy? Matthew Stafford Funko Pop just dropped on Fanatics today. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. There's Aaron Donald. I got my Aaron Donald one. I got to get Matthew Stafford. I got to get the statues too. If you guys seen the statues, great information, Alex G. Thank you, my brother. G Toss says, welcome all Ram fans and fans to the stream. Who's host? The Rams house, baby. Let's get into some videos real quick and then we'll get back to the chat. Let's see. For all you guys that like to play Call of Duty, let's see what we got here. Here we go. This is kind of cool. Here we go.
So we got an off day. We're coming up here to play some Call of Duty. I kind of gotta go to work. Bro, y'all really not out here like that, bro. Like, come to the streets, bro. Bang, 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 bang. All clear. Get skinny on them. Shawty's like a melody.
Someone had two kills over there.
It's off the losing team. It's off the losing team. Oh, he's right there? And he still didn't kill me? Hey, I'm built to that different stuff.
Homie, whoever the Kingslayer was, you're not Kingslayer no more.
You did 14, you did 14. I don't care as long as I'm top 10, bro.
Guys, Kobe Turner, a guy with the bang bang, bang bang escalator gang. That's awesome. And then let's get another clip going. Props again to the Rams, Los Angeles Rams, with the inner city community reacclimating themselves to Los Angeles. It's going to take time. You know, we want to fill up SoFi Stadium with Ram fans everywhere, but they've only been back in Los Angeles 6 years. A lot of people in California already has teams. The Rams got to keep winning. More fans will come. More fans are being born all the time. Nephews and nieces are turned on to the Rams with Cooper Kupp, Stafford, all the guys. Kobe Durant now, the Land Shark, all these guys. That's how you do it back in Los Angeles. And the Rams are doing their part, giving to the community, giving to the schools. You know, the kids recognize that logo right away, you know, even if we're not the big fan of that new logo, but the Rams horns, you know, and the colors. And that's what it's about. And so Albertsons and Vons, let me get my banner going up real quick. In partnership with the LA Rams, Albertsons and Vons Pavilions, Kellogg's US provided $25,229 donation to Woodworth Monroe Middle School for them donating. And let's get into that clip and video. Here we go. I love that. Is there any audio? I don't think so. So you can see the video, but there you go. So shirts, donation money, a little camp for the kids to have fun. This is awesome. There's Rampage, my guy Rampage. There's Kellogg's. It's great. Tony the Tiger. The only mascot in the NFC West to have a Super Bowl ring. There it is, Vaughn's Pavilion. So God bless them. Love it. And let's get back in the chat. I got some more clips for you. That's just really awesome, though. I love my team. MK Sports says at Chewy Romo, that's the second time that Urias got arrested. Oh, I didn't see that. he got arrested for the same reason, I think. Oh, thank you. So at least it wasn't an injury, but I'm going to look into that. I was at work and I was getting my show together, and darn it, man, I'm going to have to look into that. Thank you guys for the information. G12 says Rams news: Los Angeles make playoffs with Sean McVay coaching his ears off. Analysts predict Sports Illustrated. Rudy was there. Yeah, that's a great comment, G12. Now listen. If the NFC was like it was in a couple years ago, really strong, right? You know, the Arizona Cardinals were strong. The Niners were strong back then too. But now they have a young, fragile quarterback, you know, inexperienced, but very great roster and offense, good defense as well. The Seahawks are kind of up and coming, but Geno Smith is there. Kind of don't trust them. The Saints don't have Drew Brees no more. There's a lot of teams. The Eagles are very good. They're one of the good teams, but you wouldn't say like they're a juggernaut. They are one of the better teams. The Cowboys, you never know what you're going to get with the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, very formidable team though when they want to be. They can't put it together though. So this is a good time for the Rams to be testing things out with these young guys, getting young blood in there, a new attitude, young attitude, guys with a high motor. McVay coaching his ass off. We can get some wins, get to the postseason, throw our hat in the ring, and then next year get some more guys. We're going to have money off the books. Leslie already said we're going to go all in aggressive with our aggressive ways in free agency starting next year, and we're going to be ready to go, baby. So I cannot wait. And on that note, my guy G12 just set me up. Our guy Kyle Brandt is predicting what I predict about the Rams making the playoffs. The Rams going to be better than what people think.
All right, Kyle. So who's your Super Bowl prediction? I'm going to have to do this on Tuesday's show because it's the preseason preview. What do you got for me, Kyle?
Listen, I am bound by my obligation to my Good Morning Football platform to keep that in the Ernst & Young suitcase until next week. I cannot give you a Super Bowl prediction. I will tell you. Let me give you something tasty, Rich.
Okay.
I already kind of danced around the Browns and Steelers getting into the playoffs thing.
Okay.
There's a team that I'm tempted to put in the playoffs against all logic. All logic. Everything is saying run from this team.
Okay.
I think we're going to have a fascinating year from the LA Rams and Sean McVay.
All right, Kyle.
And I know that they're everyone. If you can haul it, you can have it. And they're the dilapidated car on the side of the road. I think Sean McVay is going to coach his ass off this year. I think this is a legacy year for him. And I know they're paying the piper for that Super Bowl. I don't care. I love what the Rams are doing. I'm going to pick the Rams to be in the playoffs, and everyone's going to insinuate that I'm smoking narcotics. I'm not. I like what the Rams are going to do this year. I'm telling you.
Well, we see you on screen and how you eat well. We don't believe that you're on any sort of medication or anything like that, Kyle. But, I mean, Cooper Kupp just had a setback. You know what I mean? And they have, I believe, the third youngest roster in the NFL. How about Matthew Stafford's wife on her pod saying, Matthew's saying everybody's in their phones. They look right on their phones right after practice. There's no conversation with anybody because they're young, and he needed like a Facebook, like a look-a-book to know who's who, which I don't, by the way, I do not at all think that that's wrong for Matthew to come home and just say to his wife, like, what gives? You know what I mean? Yeah. But that is a window, isn't it, into everything? No?
And the way you lay it out, it's terrifying. My counter would be, I believe in coaches as much as anybody does. And if a few years ago we were saying that, sure, the roster was great, of course. They won the Super Bowl. If we were saying Sean McVay is the next great coach and he's in the air following Belichick or Lombardi, whatever you want to say, I don't abandon that. I think the coaches matter. I don't think he's mailing it in to get some media job. If he wanted that, he could have already taken it. I think McVay will get them home. I believe in McVay. And
me too.
We could go up and down the roster and the depth chart. I get it. He will find a way to win enough games.
I mean, we had Odell on the show the other day.
What I'm saying, Coach McVay is going to coach his ass off. And, I didn't see about Urias, man. I didn't know that he had a prior domestic violence charge. Everyone is considered doesn't look good. Everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty. So hopefully it will come out of this, but it doesn't look good. Felony charge. Arrested on Sunday, felony charge of corporal injury on spouse cohabitant. If he did do that, man, I'm not down with that. That's not cool, you know. No matter how mad you get, that's not cool. You leave the room, take off. I don't know all the information. Hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it's some kind of miscommunication. It went down somewhere else. Man. Forget about the Dodgers for a second. These are human beings, and hopefully, you know, that's not true. It's horrible if he did that. You know, I don't condone that at all, especially from a Dodger. Yeah, man, it sucks. G12, yes, indeed. Johnny D says, Rams, big dick energy, baby. Yes, indeed. Bighorn Rams, baby. Going to win the Super Bowl again. The only team that has the Super Bowl cojones, the only team that's been proven to win the Super Bowl in recent years. Yes, indeed. My God, Danny Barry says, we got C. Wood. Let's go, Lakers. Yo, yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. G12 with the blasphemy. Rams news. Rams could be sellers at the deadline. Aaron Donald on the move. A question mark. Rams faithful say, quit trying to spread blasphemy. Pinata. Sports Illustrated, Rudy was there. Yeah, so let me just say this. You never say never, right? You never say never. I believe that Aaron Donald would like to be one of those few players. I know he's from Pittsburgh, loves Pittsburgh. People, you know, the rumors were Florio and Lombardi, whatever you want to call them, with their BS, throwing stuff against the wall, see if it sticks. And then what happens is they say something, and then it gets picked up by the AP somewhere else, and then it becomes a thing. Like, shut up, you know. But that's what they do. So I believe that Aaron Donald, now if he didn't win a Super Bowl, then I could see him wanting to go maybe in Pittsburgh and go under his hometown and trying to win a ring there, you know, maybe help them. But he already won a ring in Los Angeles. He loves Los Angeles. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's not a big city guy. But I picture him want to be like a Kobe Bryant. He is an icon just like Kobe, a champion, multiple awards, arguably one of the greatest ever time, just like Kobe Bean. And I believe that he wants to end his career with one team, and that's the Los Angeles Rams. So he'll play this whole year. No matter how bad the year is, he'll finish his season. They'll figure it out for next year. He can come back another year. I believe that he'll be there for another 2 more years to see if we can get back to another Super Bowl. Because honestly, if Puka Nacua goes off, if this four-headed running back with Rivers and all the guys, Williams and Akers and all these guys, Zach Evans, take off, the defense starts coming up. I mean, he's going to have fun, man. I'm just telling you. And then we got more picks next year. Free agent money is coming. We're gonna give him a little taste, you know, and you know, just you know, I think he wants to stay. He wants to retire a Ram, and that's what I want for sure. But I think that because you know, you don't want to end your career like Emmitt Smith with the Arizona Cardinals, you know, and Tony Dorsett with the Broncos, and Eric Dickerson with the Atlanta Falcons and Raiders, and no. So I don't believe that would happen, but you never say never. The only player that I would trade Aaron Donald for would be Caleb Williams. Just kidding. I love Caleb Williams, but no, Aaron Donald needs to retire around. We need to mend our fences, getting rid of legends like an Eric Dickerson when we should have never, or a Kurt Warner. The ghosts of those two players still haunt us. Aaron Donald needs to retire a Ram. I don't care if he starts regressing. Let him finish his season, have a talk with him, and let him retire a Ram. That we have to do that because this guy's an all-time. Now, it's not going to hurt his legacy, but he deserves to be a Ram. There's one thing to be said for a Ram, for a guy to play his whole career with the Rams. And so that's what I say on that. And my guy, Jacques42 says, Urias, SMH, yes indeed. Oh, I'm sorry, MK Sports says Rams blue and gold is better than the Chargers blue and gold. Yes indeed. G12 says, Rudy, why were you late? Where were you throwing fake signs? No, I got off of work and I got home a little late, and then I was messing with my green screen. We had a bunch. I was looking for something, and I didn't realize I moved my lights, and so I didn't get them just right. But it is what it is. Rockford Hughes, the playoffs, 100%. I do. I believe that too. I believe that too. And listen, I know that we have a lot of young guys. I know that we have guys that are going to fall on their face. Okay. But we have guys like the Quentin Lakes that look really good. They were good in college, but they're going to take the next step, like Kobe Durant, I believe. Ernest Jones is going to be Pro Bowl caliber middle linebacker. The guy's already a Super Bowl champion. Cam Akers in a contract year. Van Jefferson's a contract year. We're going to be carried by the offense this year. We need Cooper Kupp, but even without him, what other team has Cooper Kupp? Nobody. We'll still be able to score. We'll still be able to do that. But with Cooper Kupp, we're that much better. So, but yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. G12 says, Rams news. See how LA Rams fans enjoy the team's beach tour stop in Ventura. Would have been better if it if it were a nude beach. Said when Ram fans Ventura County star Rudy was there. Yeah, the nude beach. You're like, it's cold. Leave me alone. It's cold. You can feel the breeze. You feel the breeze? Don't make fun of me. MK Sports says the NFC is weak. It's still weak. Everything is a free for all. Now, yes, indeed. That's exactly. Now, they're still good teams, but they can be had, you know. My dark horse is the Lions, the Vikings. You know, you never know where you're going to get Kirk Cousins. You know, he's going to crap the bed. Again, you're going to look great one game, and then another game crap the bed. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. G12 says, Rams news, 6-time Pro Bowler and NFL 1960s All-Decade Team, former Rams safety Eddie Meador. LA Rams from 1959 to 1970, dies at 86, NBC Sports. Rudy was there. Yeah, I tweeted, the man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I tweeted the NFL Network, and I know it's not the NFL Network, the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I know it's a group of people that do that, but just to bring light to that he should have been, 6-time Pro Bowler, all 60s team. The guy has a record for interceptions. Matter of fact, I have it right here. Oh, my phone is dead. The guy has a record for fumbles. One of the better teams. The guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, as does London Fletcher, as does Henry Ellard, as does Steven Jackson, as does Torrey Holt. We already have 33 Hall of Famers. We have the most Hall of Famers in the NFC West over everybody. It's like a who's who. When you go to the NFL Hall of Fame, all the way from the 40s all the way to now, it's like a who's who. It's like a Rams family picnic. You know what is it called? You know, when you have your family there, I can't remember. But you know, it's like a who's who of Rams. It's like a Rams party. And there's a lot of guys that still deserve to be in there. You know, this franchise is very storied, all the way back to the 40s. Norm Van Brocklin, Bob Waterfield, Deacon Night Train Lane, on and on and on. Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Jack Youngblood, John Wayne and Cleats, on and on and on. Amazing, amazing. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace, my guy. That's Eddie Meador, Rams Legend of the Night. And again, we'll have that as we get to the regular season. Rams Legend of the Night. MK Sports says, look, the NFC West is still wide open. Everything is possible for all 16 teams. Who knows? The Rams will go low-key winning. Yeah, because, you know, I said that we're going to go 8-9 or 9-8 and be a wild card. Now, also, too, I was thinking about it. Don't be surprised if the team up north implodes. Sam Darnold finishes the season. Trent Williams spent some time on the IR because he was flashing his footwork last year, giving away plays with his footwork because he's already regressing a little bit. He's still one of the better players. And if he gets off on the IR, that offensive line is horrible. You thought we had a bad offensive line last year. They without Trent Williams on the left side and that weak right side, my goodness. Luckily, we got Steve Avila, No Boom's back, Havenstein, Alaric Jackson. I'm ready to go, baby. Warren McClendon. Yes, indeed. So don't be surprised if they're fighting for a wild card in Seattle with us and Seattle wins the division, or if we sneak in and all three of us have a chance the last 5 or 6 games to win the division, 4 or 5 games, so we'll see what happens. Great point. Deanna Conrad says we have the most cap space next year in the NFL by far. Love it. Yes, indeed. You know that the team from up north, Santa Clara, they're still paying $8 million of D Ford's contract. God bless them. G12 says Eddie Meter retired after the 1970 season. He is still the Rams' all-time interception leader. There you go, interceptions, 46. And held the team record for most opponents' fumbles recovered, 18. There we go. Fumbles, yes. See, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. It's ridiculous. And then the guy passes away. I tweeted that he should have got the call before he passed away, man. These guys are pioneers. Not that you hand them anything, but they're the ones that set the records. And they're amazing records. I mean, look at this here. The Rams still the all-time Rams interception leader. Ridiculous. I think that the team should submit their own list, and they have 2 separate piles. They have the piles for the guys that are, third year, 4 year, whatever, and the first year ballots. They're doing that all together. Then you have the teams that say, we really need you to look at this here, because after a certain time, they stop submitting it. The team should have the power to do that. Because some of the guys, they just, even Roger Craig with the 49ers, he should be a Hall of Famer. I'm telling you, you know how much I don't like them, but I give where credit is credit's due. He should be Hall of Famer, just like Steven Jackson should be Hall of Famer. It's not Steven Jackson's fault that they play with horrible teams, but he was one of the greatest running backs of all time. He's still the Rams' all-time running back leader in rushing yards because he was here the longest. But also, guys didn't want to tackle him. He was a beast, man. He was one of the 5 best running backs in the league when he played. So that's the criteria for me to be in Hall of Famer. If you were one of the greatest to play in your time. G12 says, and block the most kicks in team history. Thank you with 10. Thank you so much. Jock 42 says, no bueno. Yeah, man. Urias, man. Come on, brother. We don't do that. Hopefully we'll get different news, hopefully. Gil says, how about Nick Bosa as a Rams player? I tweeted that. I was like, well, you know what? We'll give you a first round pick. You want a first round pick? We'll give you a first round pick. That'd be, imagine Bosa over there with Donald. Daniel says, AD 99, I think is traded if we do really bad. Woo! Hot take. MK Sports says, Nick Bosa, future Ram. I can see it. Steve-O, not. What's up, my guy? Steve-O, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. MK Sports says, do it. Let's need still Nick Bosa to the Rams. You know what I would do? Baseball is different. Check this out. 3-team trade. We'll give you our number 1 pick and a player and a second round pick if you pretend to X team, you pretend like you're trading for Nick Bosa and you use our number 1 pick that you got and one of your number 1 pick or second round pick, whatever it is, and then you trade with us. I didn't say that right, but you get the meaning where there's 3-team picks. You don't see that in NFL. I don't even know if that's available to do that, but so they don't know who's they're trading. Who they're trading to. That would be hilarious. And I always said that I can't stand the Niners so much that when Jerry Rice retired, right? Isaac Bruce I was blasphemy. Isaac Bruce went to the Niners for a couple years. I don't even know how he put that uniform on, but I hate the Niners so much. If I was the GM, I would have did a press conference, said we're going to sign Jerry Rice in front of everybody, and then say, no, you're never going to wear that Rams uniform. Get out of here. I'm sorry. That's just how petty I am. But that, and it would imagine Twitter if they Twitter back in the day, but that's how much I hate them. It's not good. It's gamesmanship. It's bad, whatever, but that's how much I hate them. And that's what I would have did. G-Tross says, Merlin Olsen said Eddie Meter was one of the finest defensive backs I've ever seen. See, there you go. Merlin knows what he's talking about. One of the greatest defensive linemen of all time. 14 straight Pro Bowls. Outstanding in coverage and a fierce tackler. He had remarkable nose. He had a remarkable nose for the football that allowed him to come up with big plays again and again during his career with the Rams. He also a fine leader and one of my favorite teammates. There it is right there. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, I didn't watch this guy. I'm just going by the stats. And it's ridiculous that these guys aren't in the Hall of Fame. And then they pass away. And, you know, they deserve to be a Hall of Famer, to get the call before they pass. When they get to, you know, that's why the team should be able to submit it. Hey, listen, you know, so-and-so's not doing very good. We believe that he should be a Hall of Famer. Here's why we think. And then they take it into account. That's what they should do. At least they can get it right, you know. And also, too, Pete Rose. At Major League Baseball, put Pete Rose in there, put an asterisk on what he did. If you're going to let the Houston Astros, who got caught cheating, have their banner waving high that they ripped the Dodgers off, have their banner, and they got paid for that, wave their banner to be acknowledged, then leave Pete Rose in there. Because if you're acknowledging a cheated championship, then why can't Pete Rose be in there? You put an asterisk, you know, whatever. It's the same thing. G2 says, rest in peace, number 21 cornerback safety, Eddie Meador. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Eddie. Rest in peace, Eddie. God bless you. May the big Ram in the sky and Dodger in the sky smile upon you. Thank you for everything you did. Yes. Ah, man, that sucks though. You know, that sucks. The old guy like that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and they didn't never give him the call. Stockton Slap 209. What's up, Brody? Grace Rondo is panicking. You're too much, Rom. Jimbo. Steve-O says, Debo better than Kupp. No. Come on, Steve-O. You were doing so good too, man. I needed that though. Thank you so much. I needed that after Cooper Kupp's injured. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Where's my thing at? Hold on. There we go. Thank you for that. He is very good, though. I mean, and those yak yards and stuff, the guy just can't run a route to save his life. But and he's got hands of stone at times, but he's very formidable for what he does. But he's no Cooper Kupp. Stronger Slap says the Saints will win the NFC. Rudy, watch and learn, buddy. We will see, man. You've been behind the Saints. G2 says Rams legend of the noche was Eddie Meador. I don't have any videos for that. We're not going to have that till the regular season, but yes, he deserves it. Chewy, I will have. A matter of fact, I'll make him the first Ram legend of the night, first game of the season, on the post game show. Chewy Romo says, Rudy, Rams should take the Seahawks on Sunday. No way we're losing 3 in a row to them. Yeah, that's right, huh? Because we should have been in the last game. Yeah, but you know what? I really think that Stafford has something on his shoulder that he's going to flick off. They've been, the guy gets so disrespected, man. The guy, the ultimate teammate, never complained in Detroit. The guy showed up. You know, he didn't do what they wanted him to do, get deep in the playoffs, but there was a couple times where the team just wasn't there. You know, you didn't have the full team. You know, Aaron Rodgers goes out in the first round over and over and over. Do you ever hear any flack on Aaron Rodgers? No. And he's in the Green Bay Packers. Matthew Stafford, when he had good teams, they made the playoffs and they got the better team beat them, right? The guys got flack. The guy wins a Super Bowl year one with the Los Angeles Rams, and we didn't even have a running game, a consistent running game. All these guys went down. OBJ went down. Bobby Trees went down. Still won the Super Bowl. These fourth quarter comebacks in the playoffs, all through the playoffs, money, and they're still disrespecting them. You know, that's just, it is what it is. You know, Kobe Bryant only won 1 MVP, so if they can do that to my guy Kobe Bean, they can do that to Stafford. But it's not right. You know, they kiss Aaron Rodgers' ass, and the diva. You know, the I like Aaron Rodgers, great quarterback, but he had a lot to be desired. Guy wins the MVP in the regular season, and then poof, turns into a pumpkin in the first round of the playoffs and gets eliminated at home against Jimmy G. Seriously. But does he get the flack that Matthew Stafford does? No. Imagine Matthew Stafford with all those great teams that Aaron Rodgers had in the Green Bay Packers. Imagine that. He probably wouldn't have went out in the second round. First round, he'd probably at least get to the second round. G12 says, let's go, Rams. Let's go get pumped. Horns up. Yes, indeed. Deanna Conner says, Logan Bruss cut. Yeah, man. When I saw Logan, listen, I was in Logan Bruss's corner, but when I saw him acting like the Tin Man and looked all unagile, and I was like, man, you know what? Maybe the switch will turn on, but he almost got Stetson Bennett killed. I was like, no. We went and got our guy from Pittsburgh. I'm glad that we got him. And but yes, indeed, it is what it is. We don't need guys like that. Now back to Cooper Kupp. Here's our guy Sean McVay talking about Cooper Kupp's injury, his high strain. Here we go.
Relative to the standard strains of the hamstring, just based on what's occurred over the last month and a half. So I think we want to be able to get some clarity. Hopefully that clarity provides a better answer to what you're asking. But we've got to be able to have a good practice today. Guys are have a good look in their eye, and we'll be able to get a good bonus day against what we know is going to be a great challenge on Sunday.
He's keeping a stiffer upper lip, but damn, he wanted Cooper Kupp for that first game. I'm telling you, because listen, just like us as fans, this man here, Sean McVay, he wants to beat Pete Carroll. He looks up to Pete Carroll, the great coaches. They have a lot of respect for them, but he really wanted Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp is a big part of the game plan. It sucks for us, but it sucks for this man too, because his reputation is on the line, which is stupid. The media, the Florios and the Cheerios and the Lombardi, Michael Lombardi. This guy changed the culture in Los Angeles, won the division in his first year with the Rams, went to 2 Super Bowls, won the Super Bowl, beat the team that had his number in the regular season and in the championship game. This man deserves all the accolades, and I guess it's just being in Los Angeles. Haters want to be us. The haters want to be us. So they hate us because they ain't us is what it is. So this man wanted Cooper Kupp there. Believe me, this is killing him too, man. He wants him out there. So, but we're going to be safe with it. 1 or 2 games ain't going to make a big deal. Hopefully he'll be back for game 2 against Santa Clara. I'm going to be there. Hope to see you guys there. It's hurting him too. I'm just telling you, it's hurting him. He wants him there, man, for that first game, just like we do. Shock 42 says we will dominate the Hawks. I believe that too. I believe that they'll make some plays because they're very athletic. But I really think that on offense we're gonna have our way. G12 says Rams news. Cam Akers fantasy outlook: is the Rams running back a good pick in fantasy football this year? Sports Kita Rudy was there. I'm not so sure. Only because we have 4-headed running back right now. 3 heads are going to play mostly. Ronnie Rivers, Akers, and depending on how Zach Evans does, and Kyrene Williams, we'll see what happens. But I don't think he's going to get the ball a whole lot. And crunch time, he's probably going to be the number 1 back. But we'll see. Maybe he'll score a lot of touchdowns. Steve-O says Trent tip plays, but we were set 27th fewest sacks given up, and the 7th in the run. Explain that. Well, you guys, that's the thing right there, Steve-O. Great question. He gave up some plays, but he's still forward. But don't get me wrong. But he is an older player. Whitworth only had a certain amount of snaps at him that he even wanted to do it. And there was some sacks that my guy loved Whitworth, but he gave up in the Super Bowl. That woo. I saw. Oh, I don't remember Whitworth giving up that sack. That was ugly. No, you guys run the ball very good for a team that can't really pass block very good, and the right side is pretty weak. You guys are able to maneuver the players and run good, but against the stoutier teams for the regular. That's why I kid and say the regular season empire. because the teams that don't have stout defense and stout defensive line, you guys can do what you want on them. But when you get to the formidable teams, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Eagles, it's more even, and that's when you start having the problems. Because honestly, at this point, winning regular season games, having number one defense in the regular season, that don't matter. This is what matters. This is what matters. The ring matters. So that's what I'm saying. When I say that, I'm talking about the teams that matter in the pro season, the teams that, it's mano a mano, evenly matched teams. That's what I mean by that. Not coming and beating a depleted Rams team or a Bears team, even though they have a decent defense sometimes. No, what team am I looking for? Chargers with everybody out. It would have been a lot better game. Daniel says, gotta love 49ers missing up Bosa deal. They said it. They said, too, that they had budgeted for it. Imagine not having an elite quarterback. Brock Purdy, the miracle that Brock Purdy was, appreciate that for a second. Step back for a second. Sam Darnold's QB2. If Purdy goes down, Sam Darnold's in there. Golly. Now, imagine having all that money, but being still top heavy. Debo got his money. CMC got his money. Kittle got his money. Ayuk's going to want his money, but he's not going to get it because Bosa's going to get the richest deal. Imagine giving an edge rusher who kind of disappears in the NFC Championship game where you need him, and he's going to get elite quarterback money. So even though you got a cheap quarterback room, you have quarterback money on the one side of the defensive line. But my guy Ramba will still say, we build it right. Okay, well, you build it right means that you win the Super Bowl sometime. The build it right means that you don't give an edge rusher who has leverage against it because you don't have nobody else that can rush the quarterback on the edges. Opposite of Bosa, even when he's there's nobody there can rush. Drake Jackson, I thought was going to be pretty decent, but he hasn't been that good. Ebukom's not there no more. The defensive line is very depleted now. But imagine they're paying elite quarterback money to an edge rusher. That's not – you still top heavy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Did I finish yours? Gotta love them. 49ers messing up Bosa deal, trying to be like us. Can't even sign their best player. Isn't that true? Amazing 453. Ramley, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you. Amazing Rams. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Aljafella, what's going on? Ramelia, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you coming in. Let's see. Left out behind the chat. Sorry. G12 says, Rudy tells fellow Ram fans, comment that we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to take our lumps. Remember, I told you, we're going to take our lumps, but we will be in the hunt. Believe me. I don't even care if we go 1-4. The second half of the season is key, and that's when our defense, our offensive line starts gelling. Guys start feeling themselves. Cooper Kupp will be all the way back. A few games by then already. We're going to be fine. Believe me. 8-9, 9-8 can get the wild card. CM says Rams will upset the Sea Chickens. Yes, indeed. I believe it too. G-Twa says Nick Bosa deal is holding up the Brian Burns deal. Yeah, they're all looking at himself. Brian Burns, Nick Bosa, Chris Jones over in the Bengals. They don't want to be the first one. G12 says, Rams news, LA Rams 8 biggest questions entering 2023 season. Rams discussed this. Rams right, Rudy was there. Yeah, the biggest questions for me is Cooper Kupp. When and how is he going to be back? The offensive line, are they fully healthy going into game one? How are the rookies on the defense going to go in the first game on the road in a formidable building, the Seattle, the Loud, the 12s, the AKA the 2012. No, just kidding. Let's see. The running backs. How are the running backs? Are we going to be able to run the ball? Are we going to be able to run the ball? Our kicker that we just signed at the drop of a hat, the last minute, is he going to fare fine? Because we're going to need those kicks if it's a close game. Let's see. Ernest Jones, are you going to get some help in the linebacking core? The offense with our Daniel Hardy's cut. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Puka Nakua, is he going to go off? I expect him to. I think he's going to go off. And then lastly, our punter, Ray Guy Jr., how many times are you going to punt that ball and get him stuck at the 3-yard line? We'll see that too. I cannot wait. Stockton Slap says, what do you think will happen with Bosa? I think that they will sign him. They're going to give him a king's ransom. They're going to have to lose some players next year, including maybe Ayuk or maybe they can't even get rid of Debo because they'll have a lot of dead money. They're going to get rid of some players that they didn't want to, and they're going to be even less depth. That's why I say I give them this year and next year, and then guess who's rising? They're here. We're here, right? And we're trying to rise. They're coming like this, and then next year we're going to be even, and then back on top, baby. Daniel says Brian Burns should have been around. Yeah, man, but they went on to take our first round picks. I kind of wanted Robert Quinn, but then he has his own legal problems. We'll see what happens. From what I understand, yeah, man, but we have all this money, so we can go into the Les Neat said we're going to be aggressive next year. We'll see what happens. SM says Puka Nakua SZN. Yes, indeed, baby. MKI Sports says, I want the Rams to win against the Seahawks so bad that that Bobby Wagner can regret that he moved. Yeah, but in his little bit of his defense, the Rams kind of came up to him and they kind of gave him that look like, we kind of don't want to pay you. Do you think Seattle will take him back? Because even with him, I loved him. It's going to pay dividends being 1 year under Ernest Jones being 1 year under his wing, learning the ropes, so to speak, from a Pro Bowl Hall of Famer. We were like a 70% catch ratio in the inside, even with Bobby Wagner, because he's an older player, but he was still formidable in certain plays. But yeah, we can't have that paying that much money. G12 says Rams news, NFL 2023. Los Angeles Ram fans need these new Ram shoes. Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 40. Ramblin' fan. Rudy was there. Love it, love it, love it. MK Sports says Michael Lombardi. Good one, Rudy. Yeah, man, that guy drives me nuts. I can't believe people, they give him airtime. G12 says, if you like the content, please ram the like button, subscribe, and share. It helps the algorithm for Rudy the Romania Sports. Much appreciated. Horns up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My guy, Robert McClendon says, I'm ready. Yes, indeed. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's see. Here's our guys. Getting ready. Here we go.
I think there's a million different ways of modeling the way, and of course, first thing that comes to mind is AD. He is so receptive, and whenever anybody in the room has asked things, he's walked us through kind of how he approaches the game, what he thinks on things, and that's been a really cool thing to see is everybody stepping up in their own ways and me being able to learn from them the best I can.
Don't guess, just try to play everything true and just react. Because even when you do this, boom, they quick enough to still get their hands and wash you out. Right. So work, try to get to the back of there, close the distance so you can be able to push up and beat them clean.
He's one of the greatest of all time. That standard of what a defensive lineman is supposed to be. Everything just happens so quickly with him. Speed at which he plays and the knowledge that he has helps me get a grasp of and know what to expect when the season starts.
See that clip of Steve Avila? Listen, man. We hit a gold rush with Steve Avila. This guy. Now, listen, I know that I'm a Rams fan. I love my Rams. We all saw what we saw with Logan Bruss. You can't put lipstick on a. I'm not going to go there, but he was injured, and then he just never. He did something in college, but he just didn't translate. This man. I saw some clips. He's aggressive. He came off his block and. He came to chip a guy and pushed him to the ground. This man is a miler. He wants to prove himself. And going against AD, Kobe Turner on the defensive line too. Aaron Donald's looking at you, and he wants the guys to help him. So he's like, hey, man, when you do this, imagine getting advice from AD, both sides, Steve Avila and AD, because Steve Avila is trying to block him. and AD's trying, and then Kobe Turner's trying to get better. Imagine Aaron Donald, the wealth of information, looking at a guy and say, you know what, you need to do this and blah, blah, blah. And then you need to, that is such a huge advantage. And so I'm looking forward, but Steve Avila, just mark my words with this kid. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a Hall of Fame. If he gets Pro Bowl consideration in his year one. This kid, man, keep an eye on him. May he not get hurt. God bless you. And but this kid, man, I'm just telling you, we're going to be surprising people with this offensive line. We are going to surprise people. We're going to be able to run the ball. We're going to be able to get Stafford enough time. Just like, my guy had the perfect thing right here. SM says Rams will be better than people think. This season reminds me of 2017. Yeah, it's a little younger, of course, but yes, I understand exactly your point because we were coming off a horrible 2016. And yes, indeed. MK Sports says learning from one of the best, like AD, is good for. Yes, indeed. Exactly right. Exactly right. Robert McClendon says, if Rams get past 49ers, I'm happy. Yeah, man, I expected us to beat them. We never got Trey Lance. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, we got him in the NFC Championship game, and that's going to go down in Rams 49er lore. The guy, I don't know what it is, if he's doing it with mirrors, smoking mirrors, but he plays good against us at times. And but we never got Trey Lance. I was expecting him to start this year, and I expected us to sweep him last year with Trey Lance. Nobody knew about Purdy. And then I thought we were going to get him finally this year, and we don't get him. Dang it. But that's okay. Now we get Brock Purdy. And but yes, these young guys don't know about that. Well, they know about the streak, but they weren't part of it. These young guys are hungry. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, all these guys. Hopefully Kupp will be back. They don't know, these young guys, they don't have a lot of film on Puka Nacua. They don't know how to defend them. This is a different monster. We have running backs, multiple running backs. Steve Avila and the guys are going to be able to maul some guys, do some things. I love it. I love it. Puka Nacua can do some Bobby Tree stuff where they like to over pursue in the pass rush, and then you dump that little bubble screen right quick. Boom. And then Steve Avila, hey, Steve, watch out for Fred Warner. He likes to come across. Boom, smack his ass. Knock his ass down. Here he comes. He's going to do this play right here. Boom, knock his ass down. You can't do the hits anymore, but I'll give you a signed Jackie Slater jersey. Don't hurt him, but knock his ass down. I'm ready to go, baby. I'm pumped up. Tribe says, my guy Tribe, remember, even though we just got Dotson, my guy from Pittsburgh, I think we're going to get that starting right guard spot. I think he's going to get that. Yeah, I think he's going to pay dividends because he was a pretty good player. There was a Pittsburgh content creator who was saying he hated to, they have a pretty good line too. He hated to lose him because he was a pretty good player. And he even had a jersey of his. He goes, what other fan has a Dotson jersey? But he goes, Rams, you guys got a pretty good player. So I wouldn't surprise me, man. This offensive line, and we have this young depth. I was hoping Logan Bruss was going to be the guys. And what we went through last year, we were able to kind of weed guys and see where they can fit in, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. No Boom. Hopefully he's over all his whatever issues he had. There was a kind of weird thing that he didn't play for a little while. But we'll see what happens. But I'm ready to go. As SM says, Steve Avila is a dog. Yes, indeed, man. I'm so happy. I mean, with the picks that we got, Steve Avila, man, Warren McClendon, and these two guys, TCU and Georgia Bulldogs, Stetson Bennett too, but they played in big games. So when you go into Seattle, do you think they're going to be rattled? No. They played in big games. This is the extra benefit of having two guys that played in big games. They're one of the better players, two of the better players. But Steve Avila, 500 reps with no sacks in the preseason, no hits, no sacks, no hits. We pulled him out since we saw enough. come and sit on the bench right here. You're good. Give me some bubble wrap for Steve Avila. McVay's telling. I can't wait. Steve Grandizer 12 says, Rudy, how was that Jurassic Park you watched last time? You were live. Rudysaurus Rex. It was pretty good, man. Seen it in 3D. Amazing. You know, it's kind of slow compared to the newer ones. You know, still one of my favorites. Hilarious scenes with our guy hold on to your butts, you know, and the guy from the Seinfeld guy, what's his name? In the chat, the guy, the chubby guy from Jurassic Park that's in Seinfeld. You know, he's over there. Yeah, does anybody want a soda? I mean, you're like, dude, we know you're up to something. Asking if they want a soda. Samuel Jackson and what is his name? I can't remember his dang name. Newman. Thank you, SM Newman. No soup for you. The soup guy, love it. But yeah, it was pretty neat. Seeing it in 3D was awesome. SM says, Rudy, you are excited about Kevin Dotson, the guard they got from the Steelers? Yes, indeed, man. I really like him. I have high optimism for him. Fernando says, what's up, Roundley and Rudy? What's up, my guy? Appreciate you so much. There's my guy, Monster It. We're going to surprise a lot of people this year. Where's your where you're butt hungry to prove to be it? Where's the butt hungry? Let's see. We're going to surprise a lot of people this year. We're gonna, well, I got it as we're gonna prove the haters wrong this year. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my guy Monster It. I do the same thing. I'm like, dang it, I didn't mean to put that. G-Twa says, Rams news, Plasky writes, for rebuilding Rams and race to draft Caleb Williams. Yeah, I hate that. We're too good to draft Caleb Williams. I mean, even last year we won 5 games. Everybody and their grandma was out. Baker Mayfield had to come off the bench. Let's see. To draft Caleb Williams, each loss could be a win. Yes, please, LA Rams. Rudy was there. I mean, if we got Caleb Williams, I'll take it. But we're too good. We're going to be better than that. Tri says, Fernando sup. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Fernando says, no need to take next year's draft loaded with, yeah, there's a lot of good QBs. Caleb Williams is the premier one. But listen, Arizona Cardinals, if they get him, they're going to ruin him. I mean, that franchise is horrible. I wouldn't, I don't suspect this if they got him or wanted to get him. But if I'm his agent, I'm like, we're not going to that franchise. You better trade us. He'd pull a John Elway. And the Rams have just traded 3 number 1 picks in the next 3 years for Caleb Williams to the Arizona Cardinals. You sit right there next to Stetson Bennett and behind Stafford for 1 year. G-Twa says, Rosie Greer, who's got the ball, y'all? Yes, indeed, my guy, Rosie Greer. Stockton says, Greasy Lip Rambo said, you are delusional, Rudy. I can't wait to watch him cry. Yeah, he always says that. The year that I told him that the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl and beat him in the NFC Championship game, he said I was delusional too. And what happened? Oh, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the regular season wins. I love it. I love it. Let's get into our guy, Matthew Stafford at Dodger Stadium with the Heat, baby, to see his Dodgers and his great friend, Cooper Kupp, a fellow world champion. Here we go.
And catching for Matthew is his former Highland Park, Texas Scots teammate, Clayton Kershaw. Threaded the needle. Thanks for joining us at Dodger Stadium today, Matthew.
Right down the middle, baby. 99.9 was the wild thing. Here they are again. His beautiful daughters, great family, man. So glad that's my quarterback and that's my pitcher. Man, Urias, man, why you got to do that, locals? Dang it. I hope it's not true. I'm not even getting to that. No, we can't have that, though, man. We really can't have that. Dang it. That sucks. God bless him, his wife, and his family. And I hope they get over this. And I hope it's not true, the reports. All right. Let's see. Newman. Yes, indeed. MK Sports, the Steeler fan say Dotson is not that really good, but I hope they say he's wrong. Well, he was pretty good. And then I heard from the Pittsburgh guy the content creator that he had some issues, but overall he's a pretty good player. So is he a Pro Bowl player? No, but we just need him to be a good vet, and that's what he is. So he should be fine. Gandaj Trust says Locked On Rams with Rudy. Oye, big boy, habla español. Stockton Slap says, can you imagine we go into Seattle and crush them 41-10? What will the haters say? That would be hilarious. Listen, there's nothing wrong. I mean, yes, Cooper Kupp was not going to be there, but there's nothing wrong with their offense. I mean, nobody else has Cooper Kupp, right? So, I mean, if we can run the ball, Stafford loves playing the Seahawks. We're going to be fine. GP Shadow, what's up, Rudy? Let's go, Roundly. It's time for some football. Yes, indeed, baby. Thank you for coming in, GP Shadow. Appreciate you, my brother.
Rudy.
Let's see. Let's catch up. G12 says Rams news. Van Jefferson facing even more pressure as Cooper Kupp deals with injury. Sports Illustrated, Rudy was there. Yes. Van Jefferson and Cam Akers are on contract years. What that means is if they want to get this, whether it's from the Rams or somebody else, you got to show up. You got to show out. So it's a big year for Van Jefferson. And we're also looking forward to him to turning the corner and being a true number two wide receiver. And Cam Akers for showing us those glimpses that he shows. Because the guy's a big-time running back. He's got power. He's yoked out now this year. He's got focus now again, and he's ready to go. So I'm looking forward to big things from both of them. Yes, indeed. MKI Sports says Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw. Yes, indeed. The old teammates, world champions, both of them love them. Fernando says Williams would bring more fans. Yeah, Deion Sanders' kids look really good too. Yeah, man, he would bring more fans. Khalid Williams is exciting. And believe me, I'm a USC Trojan fan, USC Trojan football fan. Whew, man, he's something else, man. Unfortunately, he might go to Arizona. LA Lou says, what up, Rudy? And Romelia, honestly, I would be happy with an 8-8 record because we are setting the stage for a strong 2024. We don't need Khalid Williams. Yeah, if we didn't have Cooper Kupp and we're rebuilding, honestly, the whole thing, yeah, let's get Khalid Williams. You know, let's get young. Let's put Stetson Bennett out there for the whole season. Even he might win too many games, being a young raw quarterback, and he's very feisty and very seasoned for a 25-year-old college quarterback. But it's going to take probably 3 wins, you know, to get him. 1 win. We'll see. But yeah, yes, indeed, we have bigger fish to fry. We're going to try to get back to the Super Bowl in the next few years. So honestly, I think we'll be just fine. Exactly right, LA Lou. MK Sports says Stafford has that zip on his pitch. Yeah, he's feeling healthier than he has in a few years. The time off helped him. He's ready to go, man. We just got to keep him upright. Fernando says Urias need to stay away from Latinas. They push buttons. LOL. Yeah, man. Hopefully it's not. Man. Hopefully it's not what it's being reported. You know, I don't condone that. Man, come on, Urias. And hopefully it's not what we thought. Yes, indeed. MK says, you mean Yuri? Yuri and Rudy, LOL. Fernando says Bosa's gonna go to another team, and if he stays with the Winers, he's gonna bleed them dry. It's crazy all the money he's gonna get. Record money, man. More than Donald per year he wants, according to the pundits. SM says Dotson looks legit for the price the Rams paid. No, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I mean, like I said, is he big wit coming to the Rams? No, but he's a very serviceable veteran and maybe an upgrade to what we have. That's all we needed. But also he's, we can plug him right in. G-Tron says, take Rudy out of the ball game. Take Rudy out to the ball game. Take Rudy out to the crowd. Buy Rudy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Rudy don't care if they never come back. Let Rudy root for the Dodgers, the Doyers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. G-Tron says, if they don't win, it's a shame because the other team cheated. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yes, indeed. Lady, what is my guy Vince Scully says? It's time for Dodgers baseball. Yes, indeed. The great Vince Scully, rest in peace. It's time for Rams football soon. Ellie Lou says Puka Nacua is going to open some eyes. I'm waiting for it, baby. Yes, indeed. He can go inside. He can go outside. He can catch with people draped all over him. God, I can't wait for him and Cooper Kupp. I was waiting for them to unleash them both. Tyler Higbee, Davis Allen coming out the side. I mean, woo, what you going to do, brother? I can't wait. Stockton says, after last year's bullshit with injuries starting out with Kupp being hurt, really stings. Yeah, man. Yeah, we were texting about it. It does suck, but you know what? In the big picture, these guys, we're going to get injuries. Look at Kelsey got hurt. Injuries happen. Unfortunately, we didn't want that. Dang it. I wanted the first 2 games, 2-0. I'm still picking 2-0. Going to Seattle winning, going to SoFi beating the Santa Clara Crew. But yes, it does suck that's happening. G12 says, Rams news. Laura Mutrich's Los Angeles Rams begin NFL season Sunday. Bladen O-line, Rudy was there. Yes, indeed. SN says, as far as Van's concerned, step up or step out. Exactly right. Make or break year with Kupp out. It's time for him to take the next step. Yes, we've been waiting very patiently. And, we have a very deep wide receiver room. Tutu Atwell, we need you to do some things, baby. We need you to break free. And I'm looking forward for some big things from him. Him and Stafford were on the same page in the OTAs and against the Raiders, they were light up the Raiders, baby. The same team. And it's just OTAs, workouts, but the same Raider team that lit up the Niners once. And Jimmy G was going down the field on them. The Rams were lighting them up. I mean, it was unfair. Stetson Bennett was going to Puka. Stafford was going to Puka. They couldn't hold them. The pass rush, though, was getting in there at times with our guy, their pass rusher, their main dude. Oh, my neck. Woo, got a little pop in my neck. But yeah, it's early, but we were lighting them up, baby. We were lighting up. Fernando says 8-8 won't get us anything, no playoffs and no high draft pick. Well, 8-8, 9-8 can get us a wild card, possibly. And I only say this, Fernando, because it's not a normal season. The NAC West teams are going to be horrible records. I see the Eagles doing good. The Cowboys, may be pretty good too. That's where the problem. The Giants, I don't see really. I see them regressing a little bit. We'd have to beat out one of those NFC East teams. So we'll see what happens to that. But my guy Stockton believes in the Saints. We'll see what happens with them. The Falcon, the Vikings. We'll see what happens. The Lions. It'll be an interesting season. G12 says, shout out to everyone in the chat and watching the stream around the world. Much appreciated. Yes, indeed. And for all you guys that watch the replays, appreciate you guys so much too. Jock 40 says, deep ball 2-2 TD coming Sunday, man. Please give me 2. Give me 1 to Puka, 2 to Tutu. Give me 1 to Ben Skoranek. Let me get a Stafford end around quarterback sneak on the outside. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Give me a Donald strip sack. Touchdown, Kobe Turner. And MK Sports says, imagine if we get Nick Bosa to play for us cheap. That'd be funny. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's give you a $30 million signing bonus and $10 million a year. No, he's going to get $100 million, man. 125, 30 million. G12 says, did Rudy say Heaven Stein? Cue the Dr. Stein quote. Look, it's moving. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Yes, indeed. Havenstein. Yes, indeed. My guy Gabriel, what's up, brother? Let's see. Rudy, what's up, brother? Hope all is well. Everything's good. Hope everything's good with you. Haven't been in for a while, for a bit. This is one of the off topics, but do you think when Big Game Torrey Holt gets in the Hall of Fame, you think we will retire his jersey? That's a great comment. He should have been a Hall of Famer already. For some reason, they take a long time to retire jerseys. Kurt Warner, but that's a good comment. But I think as soon as he's in the Hall of Fame, they will retire. But also, we should have already retired it too. We don't really do that too often. So yeah, that's a good comment. But yeah, we should have already retired. Who knows with these guys? Maybe if we keep hitting them up in the Twitter, if we keep tweeting them, X them, whatever you call it, they'll feel some pressure. But yes, indeed. Great comment. SM says Stafford doesn't have the option to force feed Kupp right now. He has to spread the ball around. And I think in the long run, it may be a blessing in disguise. Yeah, he's not going to have to though. This year with our offensive line, giving him some time, giving him ways to get the progressions. We're going to be able to go to other guys. Other guys are going to be open. Puka Nacua, Davis Allen, Tyler Hunter, Higbee. We're going to be right there. Gabriel Martinez says, I kind of don't like seeing anyone else seeing that number 81. Yeah, me too, man. Especially when they used to use Warner's jersey. Stetson Bennett has it too. Jim Everett too, one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up. He's the all-time Rams pass leader. Didn't make the Hall of Fame. Didn't have enough good seasons in the playoffs and stuff. But man, I don't like to see that. Gun Driver Trial says, Rudy, do you have a score prediction or is that the next live? No, I can do that now. So since Cooper Kupp's not going to be there, my scoring prediction is going to be at Seattle. (24-17) if it's a close game. If we get out to a little bit of a lead, I can see us 27-17, something like that. But yeah, I'll say my main score is going to be 24-17. Gabriel says, yeah, I agree. He definitely should have been in and got his well-earned jacket. Exactly right. Yeah, it's ridiculous that he's not in there. Henry Allard too. For all you guys that know Henry Allard, when he retired, he was in the top 5 in receiving, and then the Pass Happy League started, and then so he went down the list. But he was one of the better receivers. Him and Flipper Anderson would get 1,000 years at the drop of a hat. He was a top 5 receiver in his time. He should have been a Hall of Famer. Now it's harder because of the Pass Happy League. Before the Greatest Show on Turf, when he retired, he was in the top 5. I think he was top 3 in receiving yards. Gabriel says, can't wait till Sunday. Me too, man. Me too. Let's see. LA Lou says, if the Rams somehow finish better than 8-8 playoffs or not, if our first round pick isn't top 15, I say trade back and get more picks after pick 15. It's second round talent anyway. Get more picks. Exactly right. We have a really good penchant for trading back, getting good guys in second and third round. I agree. Unless there's some guy that they want. But yes, indeed, get more high picks. MKA Sports says, I want to see Van Jefferson catch 2 TD passes on Sunday. Love it. LA Lou says, Henry is one of the best route runners of his in his time. Yes, indeed. Exactly right, man. The guy, he just because he was on some bad Rams teams, the Rams were there for a few years in the playoffs, championship game. They were very underrated, just like Steven Jackson. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you guys for so much for coming in. If any news comes over the pike, I'll have it. Today's Tuesday. Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's come in again this weekend, Sunday or Monday, for Monday Nitro Romania. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, G12, for coming in. LA Lou, MK Sports, Gabriel, all you guys. Thank you so much. SM, Jacques 42, Fernando, Stockton, my guy Jimbo. Thank you guys for Fernando, GP Shadow. Thank you guys. Appreciate you so much, my guy Monster It. Tribe, all you guys, my guy Robert McClendon, appreciate it so much. Emeezy, thank you so much. Chewy, my guy, thank you. Steve-O, appreciate you, brother. My guy Gil, Jacques 42, yes indeed. G12, again, thank you again. Willie Bowen, my guy, thank you so much. As we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. Here's my guy, the Nature Boy.
Hey, it's the Nature Boy Ric Flair, live right here in LA to see my main man, Todd Gurley, and the Rams rock it right here tonight. The Chiefs go down. Woo! 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 Todd Gurley. Woo! Todd Gurley. Woo!
They did go down that day, baby. 54, 51. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I thank you, MK. Appreciate you so much. Say it, Romulators. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. G12 says, thank you everyone for joining this stream. Please hit the like and subscribe button on the way up. Please share, stay healthy, happy, safe, and blessed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get that win, baby. Let's get that win. MK Sports Romulators, mount up. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you guys so much. Everyone have a great night. Remember, keep the faith. Cooper Kupp or no Cooper Kupp, we hopefully will have them for week 2 against the Can't Get Right crew in Santa Clara. We're going to take them down at SoFi Stadium. It's going to be the Puka Nakua show, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Everyone have a great night. Appreciate you so much. Love all you guys. Thank you, guys.